Hi everyone, this is Mr. Lucas. I hope you're having a wonderful week. We have officially reached the end of the semester. Almost. So we're wrapping up the semester and we only have a couple of sections left. The couple of sections we have left all revolve around the Net 125 review, which we will be reviewing for our final exams and then completing those final exams. So when it comes to our final exams, I wanted to really point out two things. One is the review section. So our final exams we have will be in two parts. We have part one, which will be a Cisco Network and Academy final exam. It's questions based, so very similar to your chapter exams that you were completing in NetAcad before. So again, there is a practice for that, and if you click this link in Moodle, it will take you to log into the Cisco Network and Academy, and you will be able to access that practice exam. Once you log into NetAcad, it will be under the Net 125 Practice Final Exam section. Make sure you don't collapse it by accident. So it's right here, the Practice Final Exam. All right, so you can click that. It is not required, however, highly recommended. The other practice is for our hands-on final exam. You can find that right here. So when you click on this, it will have you download a PDF and you can walk through these steps. This will have you practice subnetting, assigning IP address information to all your devices based off of the subnets that you create. Very similar to our previous modules, right, that we learned. Cabling devices, doing our housekeeping configurations, which is a lot of stuff that we learned this semester, configuring routers on interfaces on the router, configuring the VLAN interface on the switch, switches too, and then configuring end devices as well as verifying end-to-end connectivity between those devices, making sure everything works and saving it. So pretty much everything culminated that we've done hands-on this semester. You get to practice. So this is the directions, and then you want to couple that with the packet tracer file right here that you can download and open. And again, this is the practice, and it will look like this. So you're cabling this stuff together based on those directions in the PDF. But again, this is the practice exam. Okay. For any documentation that you might need as you try this out, I do have a PDF here showing you all the different steps for subnetting and the idea behind the subnetting so that you can have that. I would look at this after you try it on your own, but this can be a good reference, even how I broke out each subnet. So hopefully that'll help you as well. Now that takes care of the review. Now, the actual final exams, this is what you really need to pay attention to as well, is the very last section here in our Moodle course, and it says Net 125 final exams. Step one, follow these step by step. You must complete the Cisco Networking Academy course feedback first. It will not let you do anything else until you do that. So over in NetAcad, you'll need to make sure that you complete this course feedback. And I tried to include those same steps over here. So step one, course feedback is just basically a thing where you're rating how difficult the reading is in Cisco and things like that, but you must complete it. Step two, complete the questions-based final exam in NetAcad. Okay, so over in NetAcad, again, this is the actual final exam, the one that the practice final exam prepared you for. Very similar again, this is questions-based, very similar to your chapter exams in NetAcad that you've been doing all semester, except it's in one final exam. Then lastly, you want to complete the hands-on final exam. So this is the other part two of the final exam. And again, you are downloading these student data files right here. You will want to make sure to extract them from your downloads folder. So make sure you unzip them. I've got 7-zip installed. If you don't, then it'll just say extract here, or sorry, extract files. Make sure you delete the zipped up folder and access the regular unzip folder. And there are some instructions in here as well as a packet tracer file for you to use together. Again, subnetting out your examples, and you will need to fill in the subnetting chart once you open that. So again, make sure that you put your name at the top. You will fill out this actual subnetting, okay? You can do your work on a scratch piece of paper and take a picture of it, send it in with these files if you want. And again, is using use the tables. Make sure you use the tables for your advantage, again, to showcase exactly what you need to complete here. Okay. There's also point values assigned, so you know exactly how much points are assigned to each section. Okay, all the way down. All right. And again, you are using that packet tracer file to complete the instructions, cabling and all. When you are done with that, you will want to make sure to submit that back to Moodle right here. The hands-on final exam submit here link. Make sure that you submit it right there by the listed due date. Okay. Other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful wrap up to the end of the semester. Please let me know if you have any questions at all. And I hope you're preparing to have a wonderful holiday break upcoming after this semester is over. And I look forward to seeing you all in Net 126 next semester as we expand our networks even larger and configure even more fun settings on our routers and switches and networks.